So let's add some moisture to this dry hair. What you'll need is a water bottle with water. You're going to need some shea butter and coconut oil. For styling, we're going to use the All Natural styling cream, and we'll need some gel as well to lay down our edges. Also need an empty jar to mix the shea butter and the coconut oil together. For styling, we're going to also need some bobby pins. So now we're ready to get started, and we're going to start off by sectioning our hair off, and then we're going to apply our coconut oil and shea butter mixture to add some moisture to our hair. So just part your hair at the crown in a U shape and put that up in a ponytail. The bottom portion, we're going to add some gel and use our toothbrush to lay down our edges. So now I'm grabbing the sides of my hair on both sides and gathering it all at the back, kind of in the middle, and this is where we're going to put the ponytail. And don't tie it too tight. So now we're ready to get started. This is where we're going to set our hair, and we're going to be doing a braid out to give our hair some texture. So we're going to spray with water first, and in this water I have a little bit of leave-in conditioner. Next we're going to add the we're going to add the coconut oil and shea butter mixture, starting on the ends and then working our way up. Next you're going to add your styling cream on top of that, and you're going to kind of detangle and get the product all through your hair on each strand, and then you're going to start braiding. Once you get to the end of the braid, you're going to just put that to the side, and you will want to put it to the side where you want your hair to lay. So that's a good tip, is whenever you're setting your hair, set your hair in the direction you want it to lay, because it kind of trains your hair. So let's go through the steps again. First, we're going to add the water. Next, we're going to add the coconut oil and shea butter mixture. The third step is we're going to add the styling cream and work in everything on every strand and kind of detangle as we're getting this the products through our hair. Finally, we're going to split our hair in 3 sections and do a braid, because this is going to be a braid out. So just to make sure you get the order of products again, we're going to add water, we're going to seal with our oil and shea butter, and then we're going to add the styling cream to make sure our hair is set and sealed. So like I stated before, we want to put our braids in the direction we want our hair to go, to set it in that direction. So with these individual braids, I'm going to pull the braids over with a bobby pin to make sure they stay where I want them to go. So with the ponytail in the back, you can either do one big braid, because that part doesn't really matter. But what I noticed, I did one big braid and the next day it was not dry. So you may want to do 2 or 3 braids in that ponytail. But we do want that to have some texture as well. So this is how it should end up. All of our braids are tied down in the direction we want them to go. So now we're just ready to put on our silk satiny scarf to go to bed. Okay, so now we are ready to do our hair. So hopefully you watched the beginning because you saw how I did my hair. And all I'm going to use today is an oil, which is the Dark and Lovely Sheen Sealing Nectar. So we're just going to spray that. But first we're going to take out the bobby pins. And the bobby pins, we're just holding the braids over to make sure that they kind of are set going the direction we want our hair to go in. I'm going to spray a little bit. And usually I would say be careful so you don't mess up the pattern of the curls or the crimps. But we don't really care because we want this to be kind of frizzy. We want it to be kind of like a textured look. So we want some pieces to be real defined, some pieces not, some pieces bigger. That's why I did. Some of the pieces had braids that were smaller, some larger, just because we want to create a texture. So don't forget, that's a tip. Do your braids in different lengths. And like I always say, don't borrow hair, because if you don't borrow hair, it's so much easier to take out the braids, because honestly I could just pull like this because they're all separate pieces and they all just come out very easily. But if you borrow hair, it's so hard to take out. So I'm going to keep on taking these out and I'll come back when I'm almost completed. Alright, so I'm almost done taking out all the braids. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ponytail out that we put in. I mean, I love my hair to be laid properly, but at the same time I don't like that too like flat type of look. So I'm going to take it down just to add to make it kind of like a looser ponytail. I guess it's good to make it more tight, so when you're sleeping with your scarf it can kind of stretch the hair and make sure it's going to lay down properly. But me personally, the next day I'm going to take it down to make it looser, to make it kind of more of a looser, effortless type of pony. So this is the last braid that I'm taking out, and that one was one of the chunkier pieces. So now the ponytail that we put in last night, I'm going to take this out, kind of rough it up a little bit, because again I want it to be more looser. And that big braid that I put in last night, it's not even dry. So now I'm just going to bring it back up and make it looser this time. So it's kind of like, you know, kind of puffy. So I'm grabbing the ends more and not really grabbing it that tight. And I'm not putting the ponytail that tight either. So yeah, that feels better. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to separate the hair a little bit. So now we're going to separate pieces, but remember again, we want texture. So some of these pieces we want them to remain really crimpy, but we also want some that are thicker in size. We also want some that are more frizzy. So this is all about texture. So different sizes, different textures. And we definitely want frizz, and we definitely want some defined pieces. So now with your pick, we're going to pick at the roots to make it big. And preferably pick in the direction you want the hair to go. And stretch the pieces apart going the way you want it to go, because that'll help with the direction of the hair. Alright, so now that we have it kind of big, and honestly this style you could just rock it by not pinning so much and make it just a big style like I'm rocking right now. Just we could shape it more to make it stay exactly how we have it, but I want a more pinned look. So what I'm going to do is lightly, and this is where we're going to use bobby pins, we're going to make the hair, and you can like shape it. We're going to make it swoosh around. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start grabbing pieces more towards the end of the hair and pin it. And I want this to be kind of like a bang type of look. So we're going to grab some more hair and be very gentle. And just place the ends down. And you can grab hair and even use the bobby pin lightly without touching your scalp. You can just do the ends of your hair and kind of hide them in your hair. So I have a really big forehead, so that's why I like to make mine come down more to hide my forehead. And the ponytail back here, we need to hide that. So what we're going to do is we're also going to grab this hair and hide the pony. So again, this hair right here, we're going to grab it and make it hide the ponytail. So just grab it and place it over the ponytail. I hope you can see it. And of course we're going to pin that. That's the good thing about our hair, it's so easy to hide stuff. So we're going to keep grabbing more towards the ends, and wherever it ends, your ends end, you're going to pin it. This is so much fun. And the top, I kind of just leave the top as is. There's really, you don't have to really tame the top. Now you can kind of like move the hairs if you want it to come down some. Make sure it looks right from the side. Alright, so now I'm just going to use some gel because I like when you have like little curly pieces. So I'm just going to use my toothbrush, add some gel, kind of bring it down with my fingers to make it like a little curly cue. kind of like an effortless type of curl. And then if you need gel in the back, even though it's kind of looser back there, but if you want to put some gel on the very back edges, on your kitchen, your style looks good from all angles. So yes, curls, I hope you like this look. If you have any questions, please let me know. Leave a comment in this below, and thumbs up this video. And if you have any suggestions on styles you want me to do, definitely let me know that as well. And yeah, and I will see you